Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NWA Worldwide. I'd like to welcome our newest station in our huge syndication list, WHOT in Atlanta, and Bert Prentice with me.
And I'm the reason we're on in Atlanta. You know, they call it Hot Atlanta because Bert Prentice, the manager to the stars, puts the hot in Hot Atlanta. And we'll be coming to the metro area every Saturday night real soon. So get ready, honey. Peachtree Street, when I get to town, it'll never be the same again.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, being led to the ring by the diva of the NWA, Miss Savannah from Sykeston, Missouri, Big Bully Douglas.
What a lousy wrestling announcer. He should have announced the diva at 115 pounds. Bully's telling him.
And his opponent from Dallas, Texas, please welcome Cassidy O'Reilly.
The professional pest of professional wrestling. There's old Lee Tidwell, the announcer, getting out of the ring. That tennis shoe wearing, toupee wearing, great announcer of ours. Like I was just saying, Lee, you're the best announcer of professional wrestling. Take it away.
Well, I appreciate it, Bert. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NWA Worldwide. What a show we got for you today. In the ring, the former NWA North American Heavyweight Champion, Big Bully Douglas, with a big hip toss on the original hot shot, Cassidy O'Reilly. No, O'Reilly and Air Paris. Your man, I guess you would say, Bert, having that little vendetta with each other ever since Air Paris turned his back on him in Fairview, Tennessee.
When the hell are you going to introduce me?
I thought you did. You were talking when I got over here. I figured you already introduced yourself.
Whatever.
The man that needs no introduction, Mr. Bert Prentice.
The manager to the stars. I tell you what, though, I'm excited. In fact, I asked to be on the show today, and that old coot Eddie Marlin, who don't pay anyway, said yes. It's the premiere show in WHOT. Hot Atlanta's 34.
I like Atlanta.
Woo!
Sound like Ashley in Fairview.
I tell you what, Atlanta will never be the same when I'm done, honey.
Arm dragged by Big Bully Douglas, the diva, Miss Savannah, in his corner.
Big Bully Douglas, a former NWA North American Heavyweight Champion, beat the Colorado Chump Kid. And, of course, I'm sure they'll be seeing him later in the show. But all you folks in Atlanta, we can't wait to get down there. I spent the week down there. They love me in Atlanta.
Oh, do they now?
Oh, yes, they do.
Okay, I can see that.
I'll tell you where they don't like me and where I hate them even worse is at Cornelia. Have you ever been to Cornelia?
No, I have not.
Oh, my. Talk about the armpit of the nation.
Cornelia? Now, the NCW Arena, I've heard that's a very nice place.
Woo! You like wrestling in a barn, they're going to be there tonight. Also, place even worse is the Grand Slam building in Columbia, Tennessee.
Isn't that where they have, like, batting cages?
Woo! I was there last Saturday. Eddie Marlin's really picking some winners. And tonight, I'm going to Clarksville, Tennessee.
Clarksville, JC Building, down by the river, fairground.
Yeah, I know. First time ever in Clarksville. We're going to have a good time. But you fans at Clarksville, first time NWA's ever been there. Come on out. I'd love to see you. I hope the women have teeth in Clarksville.
That would be nice. Big Bully Douglas complaining that Cassidy O'Reilly pulled his hair. The referee checking with the crowd, and of course they didn't see it.
I was in Columbus, Tennessee. Was it Columbus? Columbia at Grand Slam last Saturday. They have the ugliest women and children I have ever seen in my entire life. I am telling you.
Some people have girlfriends or wives that live in Columbia and probably take personal offense to what you're saying.
I'd rather French kiss a moose on Main Street at high noon than even be around them Columbia people. My God. Oh, it's awful.
Just because.
Lee, you got to go one time to Columbia Grand Slam, I'm telling you.
Just because the biggest thing
the women wear high heels and socks. I mean, it's just awful.
Just because the biggest thing Columbia, Tennessee is known for is donkeys don't mean nothing. Drop kick there by O'Reilly. Big Bully Douglas exiting the ring under the bottom rope. Going to the diva, asking for her advice. She don't know anything.
Cassidy O'Reilly was a 1995 Rookie of the Year. He's out of Monroe, Louisiana. got a heck of a following, I'll give him that, but he's not in the league of any of my guys like Air Paris or New South or any folks not even close to that caliber. And Barry Houston, I have a little issue with you, if you will. We'll be discussing about later on in the show also.
Barry Houston out of Miami, Florida. Later on in the show, Big Bully Douglas, a big boot to the gut there on Cassidy O'Reilly, and a big forearm shot to the back. Backs O'Reilly into the ropes and whips him across. O'Reilly comes up. Total penetration right there.
Well, that's it. 1, 2, 3. Come on, Bully, cover him.
Bully Douglas wasting way too much time and decides to put a little bit more punishment there on Cassidy O'Reilly, just stomping away on him and going for the choke instead of the pin. The referee finally starting the 5 count. Bully breaks it 4.
Well, Tina just handed me a note and said tonight is a TV taping in Clarksville. Did you know that?
Yes.
They're bringing the TV cameras to Clarksville, Tennessee?
The Clarksville, Tennessee, yes.
Okay.
Big Bully Douglas in control of the original hot shot, Cassidy O'Reilly, former NWA North American Tag Team Champion with his then partner, Air Paris.
And then I know we're in the lovely Bowling Green, Kentucky tomorrow night.
I like Bowling Green. Silverado rocks.
Bowling Green, Kentucky tomorrow night.
They got good hamburgers there.
Sweet and Sassy be taking on the Colorado Kid and Chris Harris.
Don't like Sweet and Sassy.
And we get revenge on Cassidy O'Reilly tomorrow night in Bowling Green. That'll be worth the trip.
Now, fans, we're going to have to take a quick commercial break. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Fans, welcome back to the show. Big Bully Douglas still taking it to the original hot shot, Cassidy O'Reilly. Douglas just picks up O'Reilly and slams him down to the mat. Now going up to the second rope here. Get a little springboard action and a big splash off the second rope. Goes for the pin. The referee, air kicks over, and a 2 count. Cassidy's foot up on the rope, breaks the count.
What a chicken. Now that's a coward's way out if I've ever seen it. You don't see a real professional wrestling star use that.
What's wrong with putting your foot on the rope?
Foot on the bottom rope.
And a big low blow there by Douglas as the referee was looking at the crowd, didn't even see it. That'd have been an instant disqualification.
If you can't kick out, party needs to be over. Talking about the party being over, what about those Tennessee Titans?
That was a yard from winning the Super Bowl. I don't call that very bad.
Oh, whatever. A loser is a loser, honey.
Douglas misses off the top. Cassidy O'Reilly whips him into the ropes, comes off with a big clothesline, just takes Douglas down. O'Reilly now getting his second win. Backs him into the ropes now. Big chop there. Backs him into the corner for another chop. Takes him and whips him all the way across the ring into the corner. Here comes Cassidy. The big cartwheel somersault there.
You know, I have an issue now with Eddie Marlin, too. He's making us work in Kentucky on Fridays, Georgia on Saturdays in Tennessee, Sundays back in Bowling Green. I mean, I hope there's raises in store for everybody.
And a 3 count there. The winner, Cassidy O'Reilly, over the former North American champion. Now, it looked like Big Bully kicked out, but the referee...
Yeah, but watch this, fans. Help's on its way.
Cassidy now doing his little strut in the ring. And here comes Air Paris in the ring with a chair. Cassidy O'Reilly has no IDs there and whops him in the back. The bell's ringing now. Big chair shot over the head. Paris just taking it to Cassidy O'Reilly. Here comes Bert Prentice in the ring.
That's me.
To help out his man, Air Paris. Paris now, big chair across the head of Cassidy O'Reilly, trying to scramble his brains. Paris taking a little bit of boots to him. Here comes Paris and Bert Prentice both just beating the fire out of him.
But see, for you folks in Atlanta who haven't seen the show, today's the first day. Cassidy O'Reilly has been that was pretty. Was interfering in our matches, Lee, for about 8 weeks.
How's he been?
Always messing up the ending of our matches, so we're just trying to pay him back here a little bit.
For you folks in Atlanta, Cassidy O'Reilly never interfered in one of Air Paris' matches.
Oh, don't lie to the people in Atlanta. They're good folks.
But I'm not lying, Bert. He never interfered. Bert Prentice now trying to bust an eardrum, smacking him in the ear, just throws him down.
Well, he's a punk. We got to pay him back. He really, folks, have been interfering for weeks and weeks, and this was payback day for Cassidy O'Reilly.
Paris and Prentice now discussing strategy here. Paris goes over and picks up the chair again. Come on now, this is insane.
Air Paris, every teenager's heartthrob, I tell you what. Ooh, yes.
Prentice holding the legs down of Cassidy O'Reilly as Air Paris.
I heard his elbow crack on that one.
Just whacks him with the chair, and another one right across the back. Cassidy O'Reilly broke his collarbone in Shelbyville, Tennessee. This can't help too much.
Let's go to an interview. I think it's even me. Will the man in the control booth do me a favor? Go back and find Betty Lou Houston's interview from last week, and let's take a look at it right now, because I got some things to say about this, honey.
Before I talk about tonight in Columbia, Tennessee at Grand Slam, there's a few things I'd like to get off my chest. First off, there's a lot of guys that want to come out here and scream and yell, and I'm sure you people don't want to hear that. and I don't want to yell. You see, I think they're just scared to be original. But guess what, boys? Don't be scared. Try it sometime. The next thing I'd like to touch on is I caught the show last week. Bert Prentice, Air Paris, I heard your commentary on my match. I'm going to start with you, Air Paris. There's two certainties in this business. Number one, you may actually grow up one day and learn how to wrestle. And number two, don't ever do that. Don't ever, during one of my matches or anybody else's matches around here, come and try and get yourself over by talking about them. Bert Prentice, I won't even waste my time with you. But I will revert back to you, Air Paris, just one more time, because there is one thing I'd like to say to you. You better pray to God every single night that Eddie Marlin and Bert Prentice never, ever book you in a match with me. Because I have forgotten more about working this mic and wrestling in that ring than you two will ever know. Now on to tonight's business. Brother Ernest, I'm going to share something with you my father told me when I was young. He said, son, if you can't duplicate it, don't bother imitating it. And that's all you are, is a cheap imitation. Kind of like that suit you wear every single week. Just a cheap imitation. Tony Falk, now we're down to business at hand. They're calling this new school versus old school. I'm going to change that around and call it new school versus old school with a chip. Because don't get me wrong, I have no problem with old school. I learned in the old school. But as times change, new school does come in. And what new school does to old school is it sends it out to pasture. And Tony Falk, by looking at that big fat gut of yours, it looks like you were put out to pasture about 10 years ago.
My, we're a little upset, aren't we? If you ask me, Barry Houston, I think you have some issues, if you know what I mean. Well, let me tell you something, punk. I'm not hard to find. You show up tonight in Clarksville, Tennessee at the Fairgrounds JC building, and Air Paris will whip your ass with no problem. Now, of course, it's very convenient that Eddie Marlin is sending you down to that cow barn down in Columbia, Tennessee at Grand Slam. But if you get done early, we're in Clarksville. Come look me up, punk.
There's one.
The House of Hardcore, Grand Slam USA, Columbia, Tennessee. Gypsy Joe, they call you a legend. They say you're hardcore. They say you're the toughest man in wrestling. Well, let me tell you something, Gypsy Joe. I am Jeff the Crippler Daniels. I am the CWA Heavyweight Champion. And tonight in Columbia, 10-foot steel cage, Gypsy Joe, it's me and you, the Crippler and the Legend. Columbia, get ready. It's not going to be a pretty sight. The House of Hardcore Grand Slam USA will thrive. And the fuel for that fire, your blood, Gypsy Joe. Because when it's all said and done, you're lying flat on your back. The flesh ripped from your body by the steel mesh of the cage, and they raise my hand in victory, then the whole world will know when you're the toughest man in wrestling, they don't call you a legend. They call you the Crippler.
Fans, welcome back to the show. Lee Tidwell here, and what a match we got for you. The NWA North American Champion, the Colorado Kid, teaming up with the fastest up-and-comer ever in NWA Worldwide history, Wildcat Chris Harris, taking on Air Paris and Damien with Bert Prentice out on the floor. Air Paris with a side headlock there on Wildcat Chris Harris. Chris Harris out of Clearwater, Florida, trying to reverse it here and grabs a handful of Paris's hair. Not something he's very characteristic of doing, but if Paris and Damien's going to do it, you might as well do it right back to him. Air Paris getting wrenched in by Wildcat Chris Harris. Paris shoots him off. Chris Harris, nice shoulder tackle, takes him down. Back against the ropes. Paris down. Here comes Chris Harris. Reverses the hip toss there and takes Paris down. Air Paris going up to the corner. And a big arm drag there by Wildcat Chris Harris. Another one there for Paris. Right into that arm bar. And just wrenching the arm there. Tags in the NWA North American Champion, the Colorado Kid, who does a big elbow right across the arm of Air Paris. Just wrenching it in there. Ladies down in Atlanta, Georgia, the Colorado Kid and Wildcat Chris Harris will be coming down there real soon. Make sure you keep watching WHOT every Saturday morning for NWA Worldwide to find out exactly when they're going to be there. The Colorado Kid just wrenching the wrist there of Aaron Parris and trying to break it. Now, Aaron Parris is not a big guy, weighs about 175. And the Colorado Kid just taking a knee across the back of the arm. The referee making sure he doesn't want to give up. Aaron Parris is not going to give up as long as Bert Prentice is his manager. He knows he will be fired. Parris now with a handful of hair, pulls him back. Whips the Colorado Kid all the way across. Here comes Parris, taking a little bit too much time. Colorado Kid with a big elbow up underneath the chin, rocks Parris, and goes right back to work on that arm. And a clothesline takes him right off his feet. Goes in, tags in Wildcat Chris Harris. Harris in, the Colorado Kid is now out. Harris picks up Parris by his hair, whips him into the ropes now. Big backdrop takes Parris down. Parris on his back, flat to the mat. A big left hand takes Damien down. Both men outside the Prentice. Don't forget tonight, we've got so many things going on. Columbia, Tennessee, Cornelia, Georgia, and Clarksville, Tennessee. The big TV taping in Clarksville tonight at the JC Buildings, the fairgrounds down next to the river. The Colorado Kid, Aaron Parris, Southern Comfort, Cassidy O'Reilly, Tommy Rose headlining an all-star card in Clarksville. Parris and Damien now discussing strategy. And Wildcat Chris Harrison, the Colorado Kid, double baseball slide, takes him down to the floor. The crowd really liked that. Now Chris Harris, Prentice now yelling at the lady in the front row. Prentice with derogatory remarks about the Titans. I didn't agree with that.
Where you going, chicken?
And the lady calling Aaron Parris a chicken. Almost skinny enough to be one. Damien trying to get in. He is not the legal man. The referee's trying to let him know he's not the legal man. The referee trying to back up Wildcat Chris Harris. Parris finally comes in, reaching for the tag, and Damien still hasn't tagged him. I don't think Damien really wants in. Parris now getting a little bit of words of wisdom from Bert Prentice. The crowd getting behind Wildcat Chris Harris. Damien tags in and trying to shut the crowd up. Damien a couple of weeks ago in Spring Hill, Tennessee, busted open a poor guy with a chair. Buckets of blood all over the place down there. Wildcat Chris Harris now wrenching the arm there of Damien. Flips him around and drops the leg right across the bicep. He goes right into that armbar. Damien complaining about something to the referee. Actually, I can't say I haven't seen Chris Harris cheat. He pulled the hair of Harris earlier in the match, so wrenching the arm there, tags in the Colorado Kid. Colorado going to the top rope, comes up a little shake. Elbow to the arm there of Damien, wrenching it back in and just going to town on his arm there. The left arm of Damien has to feel like Jello now. Backs him into the ropes, whips him across. Here comes Damien, big hip toss by the Kid. Colorado tagging back in Wildcat Chris Harris. This team's working as a very nice tag team. Quick tags in and out, keeping the freshman in. A double big clothesline there on Damien, who goes down. Chris Harris goes for the cover. Big man's not going to be beat like that. Kicks out after two. The referee trying to get Colorado Kid back over in his corner. Damien now pulling the hair of Chris Harris, backs him into the corner of his. Distracting the referee now. Bert Prentice with a handful of tights, and Aaron Parris just wearing out the back of the head of Wildcat Chris Harris. Damien now comes over and starts wearing out a little bit for herself. Big right hand's just rocking the head. Tags in Aaron Parris, the Colorado Kid, not helping his partner out too much. Prentice distracting the referee while a double team of Damien and Parris takes the Wildcat Chris Harris down to the back. Parris trying to tempt the Colorado Kid in. Kid pulling Chris Harris over to the corner, and the referee finally saw that. Headlock takedown there by Parris and just putting the weight on the neck there of Wildcat Chris Harris. Fans, we're going to have to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Fans, welcome back to the show. Wildcat Chris Harris not in the right part of town, over in the opposing corner. And Bert Prentice working over the leg there as the Colorado Kid tries to save his partner. And all it does is distract the referee so Prentice can do his dirty work. No tag there by Aaron Parris and Damien. Damien now in with a snap air takeover there on Wildcat Chris Harris. And now just clawing the face of Chris Harris. And the referee being distracted by Prentice as Chris Harris is getting his face just clawed by Damien. Come on, ref, turn around. There you go. Referee finally starts the count. Damien, let's go. Prentice over yelling at the crowd. The crowd does not like Bert Prentice and anybody that comes to the ring with him. That includes Aaron Parris and Damien. With his mention of the New South, you know, I thought the crowd hated them enough, and if Bert Prentice ever comes to the ring with them, they'll be hated even more. Paris now working over the face of Wildcat Chris Harris. Paris now goes over and hangs him across the rope so Prentice can choke him and distracts the referee while Prentice just smacks the. He's trying to bust eardrums today. Already smacked the fire out of Cassidy O'Reilly's eardrum, and does the same thing to Aaron Paris. The kick out there, only a 2 count. Wildcat Chris Harris desperately needs to make that tag to the Colorado Kid. Another snapmare takedown. Paris just throws him down, and one of those quick, short leg drops right across the throat of Wildcat Chris Harris. Tag in to Damien. Damien backs up against the rope and stomps right on the chest of Wildcat Chris Harris. That'll break a rib. Colorado Kid comes in, and the referee now trying to get the kid out. While Damien, big right hand to the head. Damien backs up against the ropes, comes off, misses with the elbow. Paris comes in, comes against the rope, misses with an elbow. And Chris Harris comes over now and tags the Colorado Kid who comes in. Big right hands just level. Eric Paris and Damien. 2 apiece for him now. And he picks up Eric Paris with ease and body slams him and goes over to Damien. Picks the big boy up and slams him too. Damien flat on his back. Eric Paris outside the ring. The Colorado Kid back up against the ropes and drops a leg right across the throat of Damien. The referee down, and Bert Prentice pulls the foot of the Colorado Kid. A big elbow drop off the top by Wildcat Chris Harris. He is not the legal man.
He's not legal! He's not legal!
And a kick out by Damien, but Chris Harris is not legal, and somebody in the crowd trying to tell the ref about it. Now there's a bit of confusion here on which man is legal. Both men are in the ring, Chris Harris and the Colorado Kid. Double whip there on Damien and a big double elbow. Chris Harris finally gets out of the ring. Colorado Kid goes for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out after 2 by Damien. Paris was going to come in and make a save on that one, but Damien had enough stamina to kick himself out. Don't forget tonight, Clarksville, Tennessee, the Colorado Kid, Aaron Paris, Southern Comfort, Cassidy O'Reilly, Tommy Rose, and many others. Columbia, Tennessee, Chris Harris and Barry Houston taking on Tony Falk and the Medic, the Devil's Disciples, which we'll hear a little bit later from their manager, Brother Ernest, will be taking on the Wild Boys. Brother Ernest will be handcuffed to Miss Sarah Lee that you know from this show. Reversed there by Damien. Colorado Kid ducks the elbow. Comes up, high cross body, takes Damien down. The referee goes down. 1, 2, and a kick out after 2. The NWA North American Tag Team Champions, the New South, Ashley Hudson and Kory Williams, will take on Bad Attitude in Cornelia, Georgia tonight at the NCW Arena. Damien gets the foot up there and just boots the Colorado Kid right up underneath the chin. And the referee being distracted by Prentice chokes the Colorado Kid once again. And the referee is still to, come on, Chris, get out of the ring. I still don't understand why these wrestlers don't understand. When you come into the ring and the ref is trying to make you get out, all it does is hurt your teammate. And the crowd let the ref know how they feel about him. Whip in there by Eric Paris. Sunset flip by the Colorado Kid. 1, 2, and Prentice pulls the leg again. That's 2 times that the Colorado Kid could have had the victory, and Prentice pulled the leg out from underneath him. Eric Paris draws in the Wildcat Chris Harris. Harris has got the referee over in one corner while Eric Paris and Damien works over the Colorado Kid in another. And Damien choking him across the ropes once again. Breaks it after 4, yelling at the referee, and there comes Prentice choking him. The crowd does not like this referee very much. Damien still working over the Colorado Kid. A big right hand right between the eyes of the Colorado Kid, staggers him. Damien rears back and gives him another. And backs him into the corner now. Damien with a whip across the ring, reversal by the Colorado Kid. Damien comes out, the Colorado Kid picks him up, got him set up. And a flat top, the Rocky Mountain flat top. The Colorado Kid goes there, Paris jumps in and breaks up the count. That's another time the Colorado Kid, the 3rd time in this match, he could have had a victory, and either Bert Prentice or Eric Paris has broken up the count. The Colorado Kid drags Damien over, tags in Wildcat Chris Harris. Chris Harris now going to the top for that patented elbow drop. Comes up, goes off, connects with it. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. There's your winners. the Colorado Kid, and Wildcat Chris Harris. The Colorado Kid will be in Clarksville tonight. Wildcat Chris Harris will be in Columbia, Tennessee tonight. Now let's hear a couple of words from the NWA North American Champion, the Colorado Kid. My guest at this time, the Colorado Kid. Kid, this is our debut show on WHOT TV in Atlanta.
That's hot Atlanta. You know the Colorado Kid's excited about being here, and I know NWA's excited about being here too. Well, I tell you what, they've got all them great Georgia fans. They've got them great Georgia peaches.
But Farron Fox thinks he's a Georgia peach.
No, Farron Fox is a fruit salad. Atlanta, get ready because the Colorado Kid's lacing up my boots, and I'm coming down to see my fans.
Now, tonight in Clarksville, Tennessee, you have an NWA North American title defense, a rematch, I guess you could say, with Big Bully Douglas. But the diva, Miss Savannah, will be in his corner.
Well, you know Big Bully Douglas, you're like a big bad habit that just keeps hanging around. Well, I tell you what, tonight, Clarksville, Tennessee, the Kid's coming to party. Big Bully Douglas, you step your face on up in that ring, come on after my gold, because the Kid's going to knock you out.
There's what? Not only are we going to be in Clarksville tonight, we're going to be down in Columbia, Tennessee tonight at the Grand Slam. Brother Ernest joining me at this time. Now, Brother Ernest, the Devil's Disciples, your team, taking on the Wild Boys in Columbia.
Oh, Brother Lee, what can we say except it's going to be Holy Ghost, foot washing, foot stomping, whoo, so many words I can't get into all of them at the Grand Slam tonight in Columbia, Tennessee. Last week, friends, those of you that weren't there, you could have seen a great fire and brimstone with the Wild Boys. But once again, as Brother Ernest will have it, only have it, truth prevailed. The old scripture will set you free. That's what I can say, and it's going to do it again this week. Might like we with Delilah and Hercules. The Wild Boys have put their hair up for the belts. They'll do anything, but all they ever do is cry, cry, cry. That's the call of the Wild Boys. They've brought somebody else in this week, a woman named Sarah, Sister Sarah, a senior citizens. I don't know where they went and got this old woman, but it's fine. Sister, bring your walker on, sit with me, and we can study the good book together, because I've got some scriptures for you. Brother Ben and Brother Steve, all I want to know is when you go home bald, will your family know you? Will they know you, boys? Oh, hallelujah, hallelujah. That's tonight at the Grand Slam in Columbia, Tennessee, with bell time at 8 o'clock, and I want you to come early, because I'm going to pass the plate, and you need to have plenty of these, because Brother Ernest needs to continue his work in the wrestling world.
Speaking of those, can I get some of those?
We can talk.
Fans, welcome back to the show. Lee Tidwell here in the ring, the NWA North American Tag Team Champions. The New South taking on PG-13, Wolfie D and JC Ice. These two teams have never liked each other one bit. They have had 2 or 3 matches here in NWA Worldwide. They have one more coming up. I'm not sure exactly when that is going to be. It will be here in Nashville. And PG-13 have said that if they do not win that match, they will never wrestle again. Joining me at this time, the director of NWA Worldwide, the guy that makes the show look as good as it does, Mr. Tim Mitchell. How you doing, Tim?
Pretty good, Lee. How are you doing today?
Oh, pretty good. Tim now is I guess you would say, has the same opinion as I do of New South, is that they suck.
Yeah, New South. Yeah, get rid of them.
Now, Tim is the guy who basically runs the camera for us at all the big shows. Tim also is the director of the shows when we filmed at Coleman Studios, which we're not going to be filming in Coleman's no more. The next big TV taping is tonight in Clarksville, Tennessee. The Colorado Kid, Air Paris, Southern Comfort, Cassidy O'Reilly, and Tommy Rose will all be there. You know if Air Paris is going to be there, Bert Prentice is going to be there. Ever since Bert has been taken out of his duty as CEO of NWA Worldwide, he's turned kind of psychotic, Tim.
He's crazy. He's out of control. There needs to be something done to rein him in.
I mean, I thought Air Paris might be able to settle him down a little bit, but when he comes through and busts all the gifts for Christmas Chaos, and then at the Christmas Chaos show that night, me and Miss Sarah figured he was going to do something like that, brought in empty boxes instead of the prizes. Him, Air Paris, and Ernest T come in with 2x4s and beat the crap out of the boxes.
Yeah, they tried to steal Christmas, but y'all were too smart for them.
Now, what do you think about PG-13?
I like PG-13. Wolfie D, Jamie Dundee, good team, good solid team. I enjoy watching them.
Now we got Kory Williams and Wolfie D in the ring. Kory Williams with his usual Confederate flags. Makes a lot of people mad. Big right hands there by Wolfie D. Just rocks the head of Kory Williams. Kick to the gut. Wolfie D now setting him up. Look, he's going to go for a big suplex here. Picks him up and just hold him there. Wolfie D's about 30 pounds lighter than Kory Williams and just holds him.
Yeah, but Wolfie D, he's tough. He's one of the toughest people I've seen in a long time.
Well, I've seen him jump off balconies through tables and stuff, so you got to be pretty tough to go through that. JC Ice now in the ring, big drop kick. That's what Kory calls gimmick infringement on the New South. They use a move similar to that. Instead of a drop kick, it's a super kick. Ashley Hudson being drawn into the ring now. PG-13 working the double team, which they are so good at. Double whip here in the Kory Williams. He comes off, double kick to the gut. Up against the rope and a big double bulldog coming out. Oh, yeah.
And pound for pound, JC, he's tough.
JC is not. Now, his father, Bill Dundee, a little bitty short guy, but he is one of the toughest guys that I've ever seen.
He just gets on you and just stays on you until you holler, get off.
Now, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Gypsy Joe. Now, Mr. Daniels earlier in the show was talking about Gypsy Joe, a legend around here in Tennessee. He is hardcore.
Yeah, I remember Gypsy Joe.
I saw the guy at a bar down in Dixon, Tennessee one time. Well, I was like 7 years old, and he was coming out of the ring, blood just gushing down his head, and that's the first experience I've had with live wrestling. I was like, that is sick.
You were drinking at 7?
No, they had drinks there, but
cool.
My buddies at Vanderbilt got me one of those IV things that Kory talked about.
Oh, yeah. You still got those?
Yeah, I'll hook you up with the other right now. Wolfie D now working over Kory Williams, picks him up, big backdrop here. Williams flat down on his back in the center of the ring. PG-13 in control, goes for the cover, only a 2 count and a kick out there by Kory Williams. Now, Big Bully Douglas and Miss Savannah. I have no idea what the chemistry is there.
Me neither. I don't see the attraction on either one of them's part.
Well, have you seen Bully's wife? She's cute.
She is cute.
Cute little skinny girl. And then he goes for Cal Savannah.
Well, there's just no accounting for taste.
And why don't Savannah like me? That makes me mad.
Well, I don't see that attraction either, Lee. But
what's wrong with me?
I didn't say anything was wrong with you. Just Savannah is a nice lady. I like her. But I just don't see the attraction.
Well, hopefully Bully won't kill me. He said he's got something in store for me this weekend. And I'm going to run really, really fast.
I wouldn't worry about Bully. He's nothing to worry about for you, Lee. He's got his mind on other things.
Besides the big TV taping in Clarksville tonight, the next big TV taping, February 19th, Columbia, Tennessee, the Grand Slam. That's where Barry Houston and Chris Harris will be tonight, taking on Tony Falk and the Medic, the Devil's Disciples, with Brother Ernest taking on the Wild Boys. Miss Sarah Lee will be handcuffed to Brother Ernest. I would not want Sarah handcuffed to me. Only a 2 count there by Kory Williams, taking it to JC Ice now. Picking him up by his chin and walks over. Backs him up against the ropes here and just choking him right across the middle rope, distracting the referee. Here comes Ashley Hudson in with that ever-so-present boomerang.
See, something needs to be done about that boomerang. I mean, I see it every week. Ashley uses it on somebody, and somebody needs to do something about that.
I mean, I've seen Ashley knock people out with it when he hit Savannah and knocked her out.
Yeah. I don't understand why they let people bring weapons to the ring and leave them there. I mean, there needs to be some type of control here to get those out of the way so that the matches are matches and they don't turn out to be weapons matches.
Well, true. I mean, there's a time and a place for all hardcore matches, as you see in some of the big 3 and everything. But basically, it looks like anytime New South comes in, if the referee's back is turned, it automatically turns into a hardcore match.
Yeah, New South, they're just running roughshod over everybody here. And somebody needs to step up and take them down, whether that'll be PG-13 or Colorado Kid and Chris Harris. I don't know, but somebody needs to step up and take these guys out.
Well, all New South has to remember is no matter what kind of fight they get in, Sweet and Sassy will be behind them.
Sweet and Sassy.
Ain't that a team? Luscious Quentin Charisma and Flamboyant Farron Fox. If you didn't see the match with Sweet and Sassy, you didn't miss much. Sweet and Sassy.
An interesting team.
There you go, kind of a central.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And Wolfie D now trying to get in the ring, distracts the referee. Ashley Hudson whips JC Ice into the corner. Big boot to the chin there by JC Ice. Both men need to make a tag here, and both men laid flat on the canvas. The crowd getting behind JC Ice now. Chetting, go Ice, go. JC Ice has to go the long way around to get around Ashley Hudson. Hudson still with his hand up to his chin. Might have broken his jaw there. JC Ice going to the wrong corner now. Tag in to Kory Williams. Here comes JC Ice. A tag in to Wolfie D.
Here comes trouble.
Wolfie D, House of Fire coming in. Big right hands just leveled both New South members. Hudson and Williams going down. There goes Hudson. Wolfie D walks over to Kory Williams, picks him up. Big body slam. Walks over to Ashley Hudson and picks him up. Another big body slam. JC Ice with Ashley Hudson. Wolfie D with Kory Williams. Big kick to the gut there by Hudson on ice. Throws him outside the ring. Ashley Hudson going outside after JC Ice. Wolfie D and Kory in the ring. Kory Williams wrecking the ice there on Wolfie D. Stuns him for a minute. Kory Williams holding JC Ice. Ashley Hudson with a boomerang. JC Ice with a hubcap. Both men down. Wolfie D. Kory Williams goes for the pin. A 3 count. What the hell's going on here, fans? We've got to take a break. We'll be right back. Bert, what a huge night of action we have tonight in Clarksville, Tennessee. Your man, Air Paris, is going to be there.
When you address me as the manager to the stars, Bert Prentice. Clarksville, Tennessee, tonight I can't wait because we're coming after you, Cassidy O'Reilly. So you have Jim Mounts dye them pretty little blonde locks real good one last time, because when we're done with you, they'll be crimson red tonight right there in Clarksville. And Big Bully Douglas, Colorado Kid, going to be a hell of a match. You folks in Clarksville, you want to see a fight, you come tonight to the fairgrounds. I promise you, one little man from Louisiana named O'Reilly's going to have the ass whipping of his life.
Fans, welcome back to the show. A treat for the fans down in Atlanta, WHOT TV. 2 guys out of NWA Wildside, NWA Georgia. The NWA Georgia heavyweight champion, Rick Michaels, taking on AJ Styles. The side headlock takeover there by Rick Michaels. AJ flat on his back in the center of the ring. This match taken from Christmas Chaos 99. Leg scissors there. Roll over by Rick Michaels. Rick Michaels comes back with the side headlock. Rick Michaels and AJ Styles in the center of the ring. This was at Municipal Auditorium, Christmas Chaos 99. Another head scissors there. Michaels flips over. He's got him covered. The referee goes down. Kick out there by AJ Styles. Another cover. Goes down. Another kick out by AJ Styles. Goes back again for the 3rd time. A bridge by Styles. Takes over. Kick to the gut there by AJ Styles. He backs Rick Michaels up into the ropes. Whips him across. Blocks the hip toss. Blocks the hip toss reverse. Kick to the gut. Picks him over. Backslide. No, low blow. A low blow there by Rick Michaels on AJ Styles. Michaels picks him over, tries to backslide of his own. AJ Styles up and over, flips over, kick to the gut. Picks him around. Backslide by Styles. 1, 2, kick out by Michaels. AJ Styles up on his feet. Rick Michaels out on the floor.
AJ, he's pretty athletic.
He is. He's a stocky little sucker, too.
I really enjoyed this match at Christmas Chaos. These two were well suited for each other. They match up well. A very entertaining match.
Well, these are 2 of the guys out of NWA Wildside in Cornelia, Georgia tonight in CW Arena. Rick Michaels, one half a bad attitude to take on the NWA North American Tag Team Champions, Ashley Hudson and Kory Williams in New South. AJ Styles will be there. Onyx, who has been on our show. Jeff G. Bailey, who has been on our show. All tonight in Cornelia.
Where's Kory Williams at today?
I have no clue where Kory is. I was waiting for his 2nd installment of Kory's Pick of the Week, but he's not here, so I don't have to suffer through that. Now, the match with PG-13 in New South, it has been a controversy ever since it has happened. The referee said that PG-13 won because Wolfie was the legal man, Kory Williams was not. As the footage actually showed, Kory and Wolfie were both legal.
But they didn't pin, they pinned the other guy.
Right, so the match should have been thrown out. That's why there's a rematch. Kick to the gut there by Michaels. Reversal there by Styles. Into the corner, Michaels. Styles comes up. Big backdrop. No, Styles lands on the corner. Pulls Michaels down by the corner. Leans back against the rope. Big senton bomb there. Takes it to Rick Michaels. AJ Styles getting the crowd pumped up. Look at him stand up. Styles backs Michaels up. Whips him into the corner. Michaels ducks the clothesline. Ducks the elbow. Michaels across the ring. Baseball slide between the legs. Takes AJ Styles. Whips him into the rope. Styles now ducks the clothesline. Ducks the elbow. Styles coming across. Baseball slide between the legs. Kick to the gut on Michaels. Backs him up. Whips him across. Here comes Michaels. Styles back. Big backdrop there by AJ Styles. Rick Michaels down in the center of the ring. And there he goes, exiting the ring once again.
That shows a lot of intelligence on Michaels' part to slow the match down, to get out of the ring, get the tempo back to where he wants it. I don't think he wants this fast tempo match. I think he wants to slow it down to where it's his type of match.
Well, Rick Michaels is a lot bigger than AJ Styles. AJ Styles used to the high-flying, high-risk maneuvers and keeping the match up-tempo. Rick Michaels more of a mat wrestler. Now digging in his trunk, the only thing he can find is a chain. The crowd sees it. The referee doesn't. That referee, he messed up on Big Bully's match, and he counted the 3 when Bully actually did kick out. He ruled that PG-13 beat New South when they didn't. And now he's not even watching Rick Michaels digging his trunks.
Well, Lee, I mean, until you've been a referee, it has to be hard to keep up with what's going on, to keep the man back, to keep on with what's going on outside the ring. I mean, these referees, they take a lot of guff, but all in all, they do an excellent job.
Jamie Tucker was the best.
Jamie Tucker was the best.
I'm surprised Jamie Tucker hadn't been picked up by one of the big 3. Rick Michaels now back into the ring, taking control of AJ Styles. Big flare chop. That hurt.
That had to leave a mark.
I was waiting for Kory to be here and go, woo!
Where is Kory? I mean, I'm trying to get all of my gear together to go do the Clarksville match tonight, and now I'm having to fill in for him. I don't understand that. What's up with that?
Kory, now tonight he's going to be down in Cornelia. Maybe he's on his way to Atlanta. I'm not sure. He's supposed. I mean, this is part. He gets paid to do this.
Yeah. I mean, do I get his pay for doing this?
I'll talk to Eddie Marlin.
Thank you.
Speaking of Eddie Marlin, where the hell is he at?
Yeah. I mean, I get asked at all the matches. You know, is Eddie going to be here tonight? Where's Eddie? Is Eddie coming? Where is Eddie?
I haven't seen. I've told Eddie Marlin. I've actually discussed some things with him on the phone, and I've told him he needs to either be here for some of these shows in NWA Worldwide, or he needs to appoint someone like a commissioner or some sort to take control of this and make sure things like this doesn't happen with illegal objects and stuff. And the big TV taping tonight in Clarksville, Tennessee at the JC building at the fairgrounds. Big whip there, reversal by AJ Styles. Rick Michaels into the corner. Here comes AJ. Big drop kick and flip to his feet, but Rick Michaels with a clothesline from hell just takes AJ's head off. Fans, we got to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. AJ Styles and Rick Michaels from Crispus Chaos 99. Don't forget tonight, Clarksville, big TV taping at the JC building. Down by the river, the Colorado Kid, Air Paris, Southern Comfort, Cassidy O'Reilly, and Tommy Rose, among others. Also, Columbia, Tennessee, a grudge match. Wildcat Chris Harrison, Barry Houston against Tony Falk and the Medic. The Devil's Disciples against the Wild Boys. Brother Ernest will be handcuffed to Miss Sarah. And down in Atlanta, WHOT, listen up, Cornelia, the NCW Arena, the former Old Mud Creek School Gymnasium, beginning at 8 p.m. New South against Bad Attitude. AJ Styles, Onyx, Jeff G. Bailey, all tonight in Cornelia. The next TV taping after tonight, February 19th in Columbia. Our great director, Tim Mitchell, will be heading down there with his camera.
That's me. I'll be there.
Now, you've seen over a year's worth of NWA Worldwide now, haven't you?
NWA Worldwide, yeah, over a year.
Has it gotten better since then?
I believe the workers have gotten better. I think the promotion's gotten better. I think everything, basically all the way around it. I mean, the show is turned itself around, and it's a nice show to watch and to attend.
And we do, I mean, we have a lot of people in the crowd who like to shout obscenities and flip people off and stuff, but for the most part, it is a very family-oriented show. Yeah,
there's always a lot of kids in the arenas, and it's good to see grown-ups acting like grown-ups, especially when they're around the small kids and stuff.
Okay. I've got 2 words for you. Miss Kitty.
Yeah, Miss Kitty.
I love Miss Kitty. I liked Miss Kitty at the old Rat Trap. When she was on the shoulders of Jimmy Rivers, the referee, and Becky Fargo got a hold of her.
Oh, yeah, I wish we still had those tapes.
You don't have... Wait, I sold some bootleg copies of those. You don't have them? Oh, that's not good.
I didn't think we had them.
AJ Styles up against the ropes. Rick Michaels now backing up into the ropes, comes off, and just a clothesline. AJ falling on his face. Jeez, Rick Michaels, the NWA Georgia Heavyweight Champion, taking it straight to AJ Styles. AJ Styles was one of the internet websites Wrestler of the Week. Snapmare takeover there by Rick Michaels. Michaels now up against the ropes, comes off, and drops the knee right between the legs of AJ Styles. Now, fans, don't forget to check out our website, www.nwa-worldwide.com, for all your latest NWA Worldwide and Wildside news. Fans, we're about out of time. We'll see you tonight in Clarksville, Columbia, or Cornelia. Be there.